excited for National Tight End Day?
How are you going to celebrate?
Oh, I got some family coming in. We got some T-shirts made up, so we're pretty excited. It'll be a good one. Yeah.
Who made the shirts? Is that your deal or?
Well, yeah, a couple of us Tights designed them, and then we got them all for the room. So they're definitely a surprise, but it'll be fun when we got them. And we got them for the coaches too, so we got them involved a little bit. Our tight ends coach, so he's got a word on the sleeve that he always uses, so that'll be on there as well.
Your relationship with George, I know it goes back to your Iowa days, but what did he mean to you there, and how much was he a help in you getting to where you are now?
Yeah, obviously, George was a big part of my career at Iowa, and then he was a senior when I was a freshman, just kind of taught me the ropes, was able to learn from him and then a lot of the different guys there, because he was there with Hank, Henrik Coble, and some other guys that played well throughout the league, and so he learned from them, and then to be able to be there when I was a freshman and I redshirted, so I really just watched him and watched what he was able to do on the field. And then when he got to the league, I was only 2 years behind him, so that was it was kind of wild. So I'm going to year 5. I think he's in year 7. So it's with us being 4 years apart, really in college. I was able to move down to Nashville after my rookie year and train with those guys. I mean, there's a bunch of tight ends now that are in Nashville, and we've kind of made it just our home and have really good training guys. Josh Colbert and our athlete, our speed guy, Jeremy Holt. So those guys are incredible, and we just keep rolling and just keep growing together. Every year we try to get better, and so there's really not an off season that we just take off, which is fun. So it's fun to get around those guys and push each other.
TJ, I know that you guys take it one game at a time, but to beat a team like San Francisco that's not infallible, as we know, what can that do for this team to string two together and beat a team like that going forward?
It'd be, that's the kind of the plan. It'd be a blast. We're just very excited in this locker room. Guys, you get an opportunity like this on Monday Night Football. It's a lot of fun, and to really play a team like the 49ers, who, I've showed that they're one of the top teams in this league. Just to be able to go out there, compete with them, and pull one out would be amazing. That's our plan every week, is to win games, and so to have that and to go 2 in a row and then just keep rolling from there. Because listen, everyone outside of this building, there's a lot of disbelief, but in here there's none of that. We all believe we have what we can do in this locker room, and we believe that there's guys in here that we can go win with. So.
With that said, what did you want from your offense in Chicago?
Yeah, there's a lot of ebbs and flows for sure. In the third and fourth quarter, we started to run the ball, and that's something that we need to be able to do. We just be able to run the ball, and we're up at that point, I think 19-6, and so to be able to run the ball and kind of chew clock in those circumstances, those are things that we just need to be able to move the ball and get first downs and continue to because after we get our first down, there's no one that can really stop it. That's just one of those things that once we get our first one, then it's just us, and really that's the case. That's been the case throughout the season. Is once you get our first one, then we're ready to roll, But it's the fact in getting our first down that's huge for us. So.
What do you most look forward to with the Monday Night Football game? Is it night game? Is it being on the national stage? What are you most excited about?
Yeah, I think everyone in here likes playing under the lights. That's kind of when you get to show everybody. We're the only game on, so it's that's always just a blast to be able to have the whole country watching you and play under the lights and really perform. So I think that's just always kind of gives you a little extra juice to go out there and play. So I think we're all super excited about that and to have that opportunity.
What do you think it is that sets Iowa apart in being able to turn out as many tight ends as they have in recent years?
Yeah, go Hawks. It's just one of those places, that really develop you. I wasn't really a star when I came out. Once I got an offer from Iowa State is when I think I got to 2 stars. And that was my junior year, and then I just kind of held out. I knew I wanted to go to Iowa, and sat with the Iowa State offer for a long time and just waited on my Iowa one, and it took to my senior year to get that, and so it was a blessing for me to be able to go there, be part of that. But I think those guys, they just get guys that really love the game, and really want to go to work, because I was a pass catching tight end in high school, and then when I went to college, I learned how to block, and learned leverages, and it was an outside zone scheme, so you could run off the ball and run through guys, and it was more of that than the duos and all that stuff in the league, So it just really gets you prepared for this league and gets you ready to go, because there's not many schools that teach you to run off the ball like Iowa does, and to go attack players, So that's that was a big thing for me in college, was just to learn that. And then I played true Y, and so I think it's just one of those places that they rely on the tight ends. They run behind them. They throw the ball in play actions, and it's a true huddle. It's not like the spread offense where you're looking to the sideline and getting plays from there, and one word means everybody's job. It's hey, we're gonna go I right, 36 boss. Like stuff like that where you're deciphering through the plays, and you actually have formations, and you have to go through all that, and that really helped me propel me into the league. So
the Nashville thing, what made that blow up? Like, what is about those guys that where it just became like this really helpful?
I think it's just it's a fun city, to be in the first place, and then to be part of a group of guys that you just know, and you can rely on, that they're going to be there every day to work, and and more guys keep coming down, and I think it's truly a credit to all the people that we have down there. We have PTs, we have speed guys, we have strength guys, we bounce from one guy to another, and they're all communicating, and it's all very organized, and it's one of those things. It's kind of like being in a facility like this. Obviously not this nice, but like to have guys that are communicating, to have a program that you're going through, and to have guys that you rely on every day to be there and press you, that's huge. So I think it's just the environment that we set down there that's really made us keep going,
Is George always as outgoing and funny in college, or does he get more so as the success he's had in the league?
No, he was always like that. George was always, he was in the back of the room when I was a freshman, nitpicking me, like, calling, saying stuff in the back, like just in my ear the whole time. And he's just one of those people that, he feeds off of going and doing things, like social environments. He feeds off that, and he can keep going. When he sits by himself, I think is when he has an issue, So he's just one of those guys that you just love to be around. He's always has to be doing something. He's just he's very into it, and very vocal and communicative, and just a great guy, that's the biggest part about all of us down there, is we're just good people, and we just love each other, and that's you see that with the people you are once you get to know us, and it's just a good environment for sure.
Were you watching that Sunday night game when he announced himself as from tight end to you?
Yeah, it started out as a joke. Yeah, he was mic'd up, and he was like, yeah, it's National Tight End Day. He started telling everybody, and he's like, yeah, it started out as a joke, and then it kind of caught on, which is fun. So, it's just great to be able to showcase what we do, because we do a lot in this as a tight end in this position. You have to know everything. You got to know really what the quarterback knows besides protections, and even those, you have to know a lot of those, because there's just so many cans, so many motions, so many pass concepts, so many runs that we have to know and do things. So it's nice to be able to showcase that, because we a lot of the time the tight end position doesn't get love. So to have that is just a cool thing.
Did the fact that they had so much success at the tight end position lead to you wanting to go there?
My parents went to Iowa State, so they kind of tried to press me in that position. But when I was growing up, my brothers were Iowa fans. They went to Iowa, so I kind of grew up, and my brothers started buying me Hawkeye stuff and pressing me towards that. And so I kind of knew at a young age that that's where I wanted to go. I was watching, all those guys, Dallas Clark back in the 2000s, and I wasn't very old, and then watching him into the league. And then, there's just guys like that. They have such a great culture, and KF has been there for so long. So it was just a super easy decision for me at the time, you know. And like I say, I wasn't a big recruit, but I think even if I was, I would have went to the University of Iowa just because that's home for me. You know, the Midwest is home, and that's why I love it here, and I loved it at Iowa.
You watch it out before it on Saturday?
Yeah, it's at Iowa, right? Night game. 2:30. Okay, yeah. Kinnick's a tough place to play, so you know, I mean, yeah, I'll be watching it for sure. When I was playing Minnesota, we never quite lost that game, so we kept taking Floyd home. So you know, we'll see what happens. Thanks, guys.